And we're live. Happy
We are live.
birthday.
I am old.
At least 100 years old.
At
Hello.
least 100 years old, which is why now we are reviewing and tier listing 100 games.
Hi, Dallas. Hi,
That's
boy.
right.
Welcome in. We're here to celebrate the birthday.
That's right.
It's your party. Explain. How can people join the tier list? I don't know how that works.
Great question. I think you can just share the tier list via the same link that I shared with you, and then they can make their own.
What if you click on live voting poll?
Oh. What does that mean? Please look in first.
There's no Discord,
Okay.
unfortunately. But yeah, you can feel free to make your own tier list. Yeah.
Where is the link?
Jackbox might happen later. We are currently running in the Jackbox category. That's not specifically what's happening. I think you can just put it as community events or special events in the category.
Oh. Yeah, I can change that.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to have a little bit of Jackbox later on. And that will be audience only. In case you were looking forward to that, I have to disappoint you. It's just going to be the three of us playing like a game or two.
But yeah. Explain why we're doing the tier list. Irony.
So we're doing the tier list because quite recently our good friend Ante here, the one currently streaming, managed to platinum 100 games on Steam. In fact, he's platinumed a great deal more. I can't recognize because they're limited something.
Profile features limited. So you can't see them on my profile that I've completed them.
Yeah, so I've assembled this quick here tier list where we are going to judge Ante on his taste in video games. So the way it's going to work is that we go through each of the games and he's going to say a word or two, and then Kulst and I, either off of knowing the game ourselves or going off of vibes, are going to give a judgment. And then we'll see what tier it lands on. You see here we have 8 tiers. There's 2 special tiers called Horny Art and Trash, because our Ante is a connoisseur of the adult genre. And we don't judge him for that, but we will judge him for what kind of horny he is.
Fair. Totally fair.
Alright. Great.
I guess, yeah, the list that I shared is for, I guess, for anyone else who just want to rate that for themselves, the same games.
Yeah, if you want to rate the games for yourself.
I think...
Alright, whenever you're ready, Ante, let's start with the first game.
I'm thinking to starting with the second game because the first game and the second game are a bit too related. So I'm starting with 2 Point Hospital, which Kulsti knows very well.
You can right-click each image and like open the image in a new tab so we can get a better look at the title image if you want.
Ah, yes.
Well,
very much improved.
So, 2 Point Hospital, what is it about, Ante?
It is basically a modern version of those old Hospital Tycoon games, and Railroad Tycoon, and I think Theme Park Tycoon is like
the Team Hospital was the OG one.
Was Team Hospital the OG one? Oh,
I hear you disappoint me. Yes.
Okay, I thought it was like the Theme Park Tycoon one.
All right.
But basically, it's this game. It's
pretty solid.
Yes.
For me, it's amazing.
Kulsti says amazing.
Let's put it in A tier. Let's put it in A tier.
I mean, Kulsti's only slightly biased for having played it as well.
Correct.
Up next, 2 Point Campus.
Campus, yeah, same ID, but then with a campus, not with a hospital.
All right,
The sequel.
Kosti, what do you think?
I haven't played it, but probably amazing or at least better than average.
What do you think, Ante?
Personally, achievement-wise, Campus was easier. Also, gameplay-wise, was easier than 2 Point Hospital. Hospital is the difficult one of the two, so depends on how you look at it. It's either superb because it's easy and nice, or it's better than average because it's not that challenging.
Let's put it in beta and be done with it. Agents of Mayhem.
Yes. So Agents of Mayhem is the spiritual successor created by the guys from Saints Row. It's basically
Right. I saw a lot of Saints Row on your tier list.
yeah.
Tell us about it.
So it's in Seoul, and it's a very typical comic booky good guys versus bad guys. So you have it's a bit of a hero-based thing where you have a squad of 3 heroes where you roll out in the open world and you go beat the bad guys, the comically evil bad guys. Very open world sandbox
Is
RPG.
it like a overworld sandbox RPG, like Just Cause maybe?
Yeah, like Saints Row, like GTA, like.
Right, got it.
I'll check for a minute if it... Action adventure, yeah, action adventure.
Have to show us that much, but yeah, it sounds good. It's purple, which always makes it better in my book, so I'm definitely willing to give it C tier at least.
Yeah, I would rate it as could be worse as well.
I mean,
what do
yeah.
you think, Ante?
I'll also put it. Could it be worse? It was a fun game to play. One of the problems with this game is that it has multiplayer achievements, and the multiplayer is dead, so it's no longer perfectable. So it matches out.
Perfect. So the next game, Always Sometimes Monsters.
Yes, that's a very narrative, very narrative story-based little RPG maker type of game, where basically your ex is getting married and you're going to the wedding. You have to get there because you're poor. And then you have to decide at some point, like, you want to stop the wedding or are you going to accept it and just go? We'll have to see. It's up to you.
Very interesting. I love me a little bit of drama. I love being a messy bitch, so I'm definitely willing to give it at least B tier.
So you say, Kosti, agree?
Yeah, I'm undecided between B and C, but since we already have like a clear B vote, we can give it to B.
Achievement-wise, it's very easy because you just have to play it once and you have them all. It's very replayable, but I've never replayed it technically.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a thing you would do. Okay, next game.
Next game, Bayonetta. One of my favorite games ever.
I've heard many good things about it.
You are a witch and your hair is magical and you beat angels to death and you pole dance around stuff and you weave them into your hair. And when you do, you become...
And you look amazing doing it.
Yeah, you look like a total amazing bitch while you do it. And it's a bit of a time travel story as well.
All right. I'm willing to put an S tier just all of that description. I think there's not much more a game could be doing.
I mean, it's Devil May Cry, but what if you were straight? The next one.
Right, Bloons TD6.
Yeah, the tower defense.
Bloons definitely not tower defense 6.
Yeah, you're not supposed to call it the tower defense game for copyright reasons. TD. But yeah, monkeys tower defense
Right,
needs to
your
kill
monkeys, you shoot
balloons.
balloons. Is that about it?
Yeah. I've had
All right.
It's very
1,000
grindy,
and
Keeping it
right?
simple.
I have 1,100 hours into this game already. For reference, this is my most played game.
Sometimes,
Do you have
sometimes
to?
we're playing D&D or we're on a call together. I will just see Andy playing Bloons TD. So
Slightly
just
addicted.
just by time played alone, I think it deserves to be in the utmost tier because you don't play 1,000, you don't play 1,100 hours in a game without thinking it's at least superb.
I mean, have you heard about Paradox games?
That's true.
Damn.
Rusty, what's your
Yeah, I
take?
would have put it to did you have to?
Which is
Because
very
it was
fair.
like so grindy, you know?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes Andrew said, ugh, I need to do it for the Chivo.
I'm actually still
Right,
doing
the D and
things.
TD stands for the D stands for did you have to?
I'm technically still doing things that is not achievement related, but is like perfecting it even beyond perfection.
Right,
Damn,
boxes.
you're dedicated.
Yeah, I'm too dedicated.
Tell us about boxes.
Boxes is
Now, Rusty knows a way around the box, but I might need a little guidance.
Boxes is one of those puzzle games. It's like these escape room puzzle games, but it's all basically every puzzle is a box where you need to get into. Start from the outside and
Sounds
get
like a horny game, not gonna lie.
But is it horny
what?
art or horny trash?
I think this is horny art. It looks very artsy. Failing that,
No.
I think it could be worse from what you, from the
Yeah,
way
I
you
think so
described it.
too.
It's short and nice. I mean, yeah.
Right, brothers.
Yeah, brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. It's you and your brother have lost a parent, and the other one is sick. So you travel across the lands to find a cure. And we have the interesting gameplay feature where one half of your controller controls one brother and the other half controls the other. Which is not only a gameplay gimmick, but it matters story-wise.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Sounds
think
very
it's
gimmicky.
better than average because like it did something new.
And it did it
Yeah,
very well
it-
by
it-
weaving it into the story.
All right, next game. What does it say?
Butt Night.
Tell us about Butt Night.
Butt Night is a bullet hell, I think. 'Cause I recently learned about the term bullet heaven, and I don't know the difference between bullet heaven and bullet hell, but I think this one is a bullet hell.
Well, bullet hell is when it looks like Isaac, the Binding of Isaac.
I thought that
Bullet
was a
Heaven is
bullet heaven.
where it looks like Vampire Survivors.
Okay. Technically looks like neither. It's like there's a lot of these games where you basically your character is at the bottom of the screen. You can go left to right and a bit up and down to shoot, and you scroll all the way up fighting enemies until the boss fight of the level. So comparison-wise, it's
It's like
neither
a
of them.
Metroidvania.
No, it's really a bullet hell, I thought.
All right.
But it's like these kinds of bullet hells. Oh, it's a YouTube video. Oops.
All right. Okay.
Wait, yeah.
Right. Okay. Might I say B for butt?
B for butt, yeah. Horny art is also possible. Because it is very horny, of course.
All right, Costa, what do you think?
How horny is it, and how artsy
Oh,
and how trashy is it really?
Okay, it's very
Yeah.
horny because basically the point is that you are a knight that is chasing the. It's going to save the princesses to have sex with them.
I
Okay, so
think
it's
I understand
definitely
now
horny.
why I can't access it in Germany.
And listen, if we can't exit it, have it in Germany, I guess it's trash then, right? Because it's like not really artsy. Because if it would have been artsy, then we could play it in Germany. I'd like to say.
No, I don't know. There's lots of games in here.
There's a lot of them you can play that are trashy, in my opinion, and but I think that the really artful, horny games are visible here as well. So.
All right, moving on.
Cats organized
Cats.
neatly, which is a sort of
Right.
a perspective puzzle game where you have different kinds of cats and you have to fill them in a grid to neatly organize them.
That sounds adorable.
It is.
Yes, it does.
Just for that, I would put it an A tier. All right, Citizen Sleeper.
Yes, Citizen Sleeper is one of my most favorite story-based RPGs, where you're in sort of cyberpunk space post a big war, I guess, if I remember correctly, on a space station. And you are a sleeper, a sort of robot with a consciousness inside whose body is degrading, and you have to survive on the space station, maybe find a way off, maybe find just a way to survive. And it's like it's with dice, where you roll a set number of dice, and that determines a bit what actions you can take for a day.
Since you say it's one of your favorites and you played so many different games, I guess this qualifies for a superb game.
It must.
Yeah.
All right, Darksiders, I think 2?
Yeah, this one is 2. We have 2, 3, and 1 here, so I'll just start with Darksiders 1. Darksiders 1 I like to compare to the old Zelda games, with a bit more edge, where you're playing as War, one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, who has been unrightfully found guilty of starting the apocalypse, the end war, too early. And you have to clear your name.
You're telling me this big dude came too early? That's embarrassing.
Yeah, Ragnarok came early.
How old is this game? When did it come out?
Ooh, the original... It's a bit old. 2010.
What?
Not that old, but it's a bit old.
Oh, that's as old as... I thought it was like 2001 and stuff. No.
I thought so as well, but no, it's not that old.
Yeah, I think I'd be willing to give it a... B.
B.
Sounds good.
Then Darksiders 2 switches the thing with Darksiders games is that they really change how the gameplay works. So in the second one, it becomes more of a sandbox RPG style, where you have stats and gear and everything, but it continues. Technically, it runs parallel to the story of 1. And really at the beginning of the first game, there's a 100-year time skip, and in this game happens in that 100-year time skip, where Dev, the brother of War, also tries to find evidence to clear War's name of his sins.
Aw, that's a nice brother.
Dev is such a good boy.
Gotta give him a B for brother.
And then you have Darksiders 3, where also in that same 100-year time skip, this is Fury, or the sister of the Death and War, and she doesn't really care about the war and stuff. She just has her own different mission of having to find the 7 deadly sins and hunt them down and kill them. And this one becomes more like Dark Souls and Elden Ring with some platforming challenges in between.
You know what? I love main girl boss. I think that earned it a B as well.
I mean, from the
they
3,
could all hang out on B.
From the 3, I think I like this one the best. But it's also Soulsy combat. So it's for B or an A for me.
Saucy combat, you say?
Soulsy combat, yeah.
Right. Dave and Busters. Sorry, Dave the Diver.
Dave and Busters, yeah. No, Dave the Diver. You are a fat man invited to come eat sushi at a bar, but turns out you're not there to eat sushi, you're there to run the sushi bar. You have to dive in the day after fish to serve at night.
Sounds stressful, but I've only heard good things about this game.
The base game is very good, and then there's some like weird tie-ins with Dredge and Balatro and Yakuza. It becomes weird.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Alright, what do you
this
think,
is
Coulson?
also like amazing, or at least better than average.
What say you, Irony?
Alright.
What say you, Irony? No, talk.
Let's put it in A,
All right,
because B is already a little crowded.
bit crowded.
Alright. Alright, Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Also an RPG story which basically spans everything from the beginning of Z all the way at this point up to Dragon Ball Super included as well. Just a retelling of the Dragon Ball story.
Alright.
I'm a bit biased because I love Dragon Ball because it was in my teen years when I first saw it.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it would be amazing.
I don't have an opinion one way or the other because I never really got into Dragon Ball.
All right, put it in amazing.
Death's Door.
Death's Door is also a Souls-like game.
But it's top down. It's like
Tunic, yes, like Tunic.
Isometric.
Isometric. There's a bit of a perspective puzzle in it. And you're a little crow.
So it's a Souls light and not a Souls like.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. You get the coming back again in mechanics, but you don't get the over the shoulder third person.
And you don't lose your souls when you die. You don't have to go grab them again.
Yeah.
So you can farm a bit.
Which some would argue makes it boring, but I think it's a step in the right direction. It definitely seems like the right decision for this game, which seems to be a little bit more family friendly than.
Yeah, and I never needed to grind in it to actually progress. Just and most of the time, like a boss fight takes 5 tries at best. Something.
Yeah. I think that's worth a B for Bird.
Burp.
Verb.
Burp. Right, next game. What's it say?
Deep Space Waifu. This is, this is a horny game where you basically are in a spaceship and you have to shoot the clothes of women.
All right. Anything else?
No.
Trash.
Yeah. Sounds like trash.
Fair. Totally fair.
I'm glad you went out of your way to see if there was anything to the point that you got 100%. All right, Deponia. I've heard a few things about this. It's a German series originally, isn't it?
Could be.
It's either German or Dutch.
I think it's German. But I played it in English, so I wouldn't know. But it's a point and click adventure game. This is the complete journey. It's like the 3 games in one. About this guy who wants to get off his junk planet and meets a beautiful lady from another civilization that's basically there to blow up his planet.
You know what? I love me some Gap Maui. That's excellent.
The main character is a bit of a perv at some points, but there's no horny really in it. He's just an idiot and a bit of a... Go ahead.
Could be worse, right?
That's the wrong. You picked the wrong Deponia, I think.
No, that's the first one. There's a complete.
Yeah, I think that would dog at some point and put it into C.
fair. The other one, Doomsday, is like one that came later because a lot of fans weren't happy with the ending. So it's basically they did like a sort of time travel thing, but still the ending remains the ending and is still canon. It's half of a there's another game and half of a fuck you to the fans who said that the ending was not good.
Imagine a Germans complaining about stuff.
Would be new.
I think if it's Matter of Spite, that bumps it up to B tier for me. I respect the hustle. Right, Dispatch.
Yeah, I'm not
This
sure if I
game
really
has
have
been
to explain
glazed.
that one.
This game has been glazed so much.
Blonde glazer.
We can put it to horny art.
Maybe.
I mean, I feel like even though it's a story about you losing your superhero powers and helping someone else become a superhero, the main game for everyone was always which one of the two options are you dating?
All right. I would either put it in S tier or horny art. Great. Maybe one of these days I'll play it myself and I'll bump it down because I found some minor issues with it. But let's go to the next game.
Yes, Divide by Sheep. Also a
Divide by
little
Sheep.
mobile puzzle game where it's really mobile video game like where you have like these tile puzzles where you have to get the sheep in the right place by moving them in the right order of operations.
I love sheep. I think that's S tier. S for sheep. S for sheep.
As for sheep.
Do it.
All right.
Doors.
Next one is Doors, which is the same as Boxes, but with doors instead of boxes. It's also a puzzle game, and you have to go to the doors.
Not boxes, but doors. Well, I
don't feel very strongly for this one.
D for doors.
I think we have to go. I think D for doors. Yes. Did you have to?
I mean, you have already boxes. Like, you have to also have doors.
Exactly. Right, next game. Sparkling.
Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, which I think is better also known as, because it's technically a sequel, like the next one in the series of the Dragon Ball Tenkaichi games.
Okay.
So this is technically Dragon Ball Tenkaichi 4, but it's Budokai Tenkaichi 4, but it's called Sparking Zero for us.
These are fighting games, right?
These are, yes, 3D fighting games.
All right. What did you think of the fighting answer?
I'm not good at fighting games, but I did play a bit of multiplayer in this one for achievements, and there were a lot of cheaters in it. There were a lot of
no kidding.
There were a lot of like they have a specific build and they spam that, and yeah, but it was certainly the story was really fun. There's like this whole cool thing of alternate storylines of things where if you beat it in a specific way, the mission, you get a sort of alternate timeline thing, which was cool.
I think that's worth a C in my book.
Okay.
Elden Ring, which is one of my favorite games.
It's Dark Souls with horse.
It's Dark Souls with horse. Dark Horse. It's like my second favorite game, tied with Baldur's Gate 3. They came out 1 year apart from each other, and Elden Ring has a very special place in my heart. But I think as a game, there's definitely a lot of things that could improve. There's like a couple of there's a lot of baggage it takes with it from the previous games. A couple of things that were like, okay, this is probably the most beginner-friendly game in that style by that studio. It still isn't like especially friendly towards a lot of people, and I feel like it could do a lot more on accessibility. I think the story is interesting, You can definitely tell that George R. R. Martin was in there, putting his nasty juice in there, you know?
He has his own swamp.
I think either low A tier or high B tier.
No S tier. I'm amazed. What do you say, Coolsty?
I just trust irony on this one.
I'll put it in the low B tier, in the high B tier.
All right.
Next one is Escape Machine City Airborne. Another escape room game where you're on a airborne city which has lost contact that is heading to crash and you have to fix it.
Always fixing other people's problems and escape rooms. These are two of my nightmare scenarios, which I think puts it in E tier immediately.
To be fair, it was like, yeah, not original.
All right. Next game, Escape Simulator.
Yeah.
Staying in the same genre.
Indeed, more escape room games.
At least this time I don't have to say anyone, which I think
Bumps it up.
I think it's 1 tier to D. Evil Land.
Yeah, Evoland is a very cute indie game about adventure video game evolution. You basically start off as if it was like a Game Boy game, and by picking up things, it evolves and it becomes like a full 3D Zelda game at the end. It has a lot of video
That's
game
really
references
cool.
because of it.
That's some nerdy shit.
Yeah.
I'm willing to put it in S or A tier for that. Because they really did something.
Yeah, they do like the concept, but yeah, I haven't picked up the second one yet. So it's something like it was neat, and then it stuck there.
All right, Fake Hostel.
Yeah, Fake Hostel. It's like it's horny trash in my opinion.
I guess
Yeah.
it's trash. Yeah.
But it's another mobile game thing where it's like the pipe game, like the hacking mini game from BioShock, basically as well. It's like that sort of pipe game,
Ah,
and it's nothing but that, and indeed unlocking
Alright.
like porn scenes.
oh, beautiful. Yeah, that's trash.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
peak trash.
Fallout 4. Speaking of trash.
Yes, Fallout 4, the game where
Um,
you lose your son and then 200 hours later you remember, oh right, I have a son to save.
So Fallout 4 has also a very special place in my heart, though it's not as fondly remembered. I played it right when it came out. It was one of my favorite games for a time, and then slowly, over the course of I think 3,000 hours, evolved into my least favorite game of all time. There are a lot of things wrong with Fallout 4. There are a few things it does right. I think especially like in the later story-based DLCs, like Far Harbor, and yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. And you
I
really
think Far
have to
Harbor reaches like peak. Yeah,
peak Eurotrash. It's like a glamour you have to really pull into action a couple of times.
I think it makes sense why this is like emblematic of Fallout under Bethesda, even more so than Fallout 3, Fallout 76, and the Fallout TV show combined. I feel like this is like the ultimate example of what Bethesda has to offer, and what Bethesda has to offer is the old model of quantity over quality. And for a lot of people, that's fine. I think I have to be careful with this, and I think it belongs very righteously in D tier.
D tier. Oof, I thought it was gonna give a glowing C.
Fez. I
Yeah.
love Fez. Tell us about it.
Fez is like a perspective puzzle game where you're a little guy in a 2D world, but suddenly the world becomes 3D for only you. So a lot of the puzzles is just
Yeah.
about rotating the screen in a different way. The creators
I
turned
think
out to be a bit of an
family
ass.
members as I've described it to family members as imagine being inside of a Rubik's Cube and trying to solve it.
Yeah.
I like Fez. Again, it has a very special place in my heart, but to this day, I have not finished it. I have not gotten the 200%, which means you've actually finished it. And I think if you like puzzles, if you love puzzles, this one's for you. If you don't like puzzles, you should try it. I think that's worth a B at least.
Fair.
Right, next one.
Photo Flash. It's a game that Kazumi got me. It's also like a RPG maker type of game where you're just a photographer and you have to take pictures of girls. And before they allow you to do that, you have to do some quest for them.
So it can be artsy.
Yeah.
Do I hear that correctly?
I mean, compared to a lot of other games in the horny category, I don't think this one is trashy. So I would put it in the horny art.
Yep. Wow, that's our first horny art.
Yes, I was expecting it was gonna be the other one that's still coming, the sexy business one.
It's still coming.
Oh, the sexy business one was where my manager was looking over my shoulder, asked me what I was doing. I was like, "Well, okay, you see, my friend, like he platinum 100 games." He was like, "What? How many?"
Technically 101 at this point, but who's counting?
Yeah, Grim Fandango, tell us about it.
Grim Fandango is like one of the most popular point-and-click action games, where you are the Grim Reaper, but I think you got fired, technically. And it becomes a very weird tale with love, romance, with rebellion. You join a rebellion without knowing it, and that you end up overtoppling some kind of corrupt overlord of the Mexican afterlife.
Indeed. Fandango is a type of dance, and I think this is one of the few games to dance its way into superb tier.
Yes.
It is very popular for a reason.
Speaking of superb, tell us about Gris or Gris, as I've heard it called.
Gris is also like a platformer game. It's very artsy with a very strong message, but I think it's mostly about loss, if I'm not mistaken.
All right.
Yeah, I think you remember that correctly. That Gris is mostly about loss.
All right. Next. Let's not have it lose too many points. I think you can go into A or S tier.
I'll put it in A.
Because again, I've only heard good things about Gris.
Yeah, it's short. I'll put it in S.
It doesn't overstay its welcome.
Indeed. It doesn't indulge upon itself. It insists upon itself. That was the meme I was going for. It doesn't insist upon itself.
Yeah, good. Gunpoint.
How do I describe this one? Because you're like a detective that has to break in and get stuff and get out. But it's a sort of like strategic hacker thing where you can, for instance, you can connect the police's gun to the light switch. So when they trigger the light switch, they tase themselves and stuff like that. So it's a strategic breaking in game.
You know what? I think it's one of those games that I would love to play for myself, which means I can't judge it, which means it goes to art here.
Huh? It's just difficult to explain, but it's cute. Hades.
What's your impression of Hades 1?
On its own? Yeah, I was quickly hooked to Hades 1. I think I got like all achievements and then kept playing because there were still things to do in the game. So that's always a good sign. It is amazing.
Cool, Steve, what do you think about Hades 1? Have you played it?
Of course, I have played it. I have not done all the achievements, but I really loved the story. And I think this was one of the first roguelites where I upped the difficulty for myself.
Also, just a quick side note, I have a custom-made Xbox controller now, since my old controller broke, and it is Hades themed.
Great. I'm gonna make myself unpopular and say that I don't like Hades 1 for a variety of reasons. I think the story, the characters are all very good. It doesn't help that they're all being held back by the gameplay, which is, in my opinion, extremely repetitive and boring. It's tedious. After a while, I'm just like, oh, I have to go back in to advance this weapon, so I'm slightly better at going back in. I think the two of you would probably put it very high. I would put it in like the middle, so I think it's fair to put it in either A or B tier.
I'm gonna put it in A tier then. This Hades
Hades 2
2 is more of the same, but faster.
Hades 2, B.
B.
Your boogaloo.
B for boobs.
Yeah,
I mean, Hades 2 is Hades 1, but lesbian. I mean, let's be honest. So it's faster and there's more hot women in it.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest, yes.
All right.
Hellblade,
Senua's
Senua's Sacrifice. This was a really cool thing that made me learn a lot about a mental disease, and I've forgotten the name of the disease.
Isn't this game about schizophrenia?
The schizophrenia, that's the one indeed. Yeah, this is indeed a Viking woman who lost her husband and is going to the underworld to get his soul back, but she's schizophrenic, so she keeps hearing voices, and it's really important for the gameplay. The gameplay itself is a bit more like Soulsy, I would say, but not quite. More like the new God of War in terms of gameplay.
All right. What would you rank it, Ante?
I would rank it superb because it was fun to play and it learned me a lot about a specific thing. This was one of the first games that made me actually look up afterwards, like things about the subject material.
That's right. Schizo, stay winning. Put it in S. Oh, what's this?
Helldivers 2. You are
Everyone
a
was
fascist.
playing it and then no one was playing it. That was weird.
Now, yes, people still play it, but it's not as hot as it was. But like the first 3 or 4 months when it was out, it was the hottest thing on the planet. And it's basically Starship Troopers.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, Starship Troopers. Yes.
Yeah. But it's the movie version. Importantly, not the book version.
Yeah, but you feel like
because
cool
the movie
badass.
was parody of the beliefs presented in the book. Good. I think that's. Is it replayable? Is it sustainable to keep playing this game, Ante?
It's like live service, so it's not like a story thing. There's no real. The story happens in the live service. So it's not a recommendation if you're alone.
For me. Yeah.
B. What did you say? C tier or
C. All right,
Helltaker. Also a bit of a.
It's a very cute, very horny puzzle game, isn't it?
Indeed, horny puzzle game. It's a. Yeah, it's not like I wanted to say what's the thing where you have a Crypt of the Necrodancer, I thought first, but it's not rhythm based, but it is in the same style of Grid where you have to move a character with limited moves to where it needs to go with some boss fights in. And you're just basically correcting a harem of devils.
And you try to build a harem of demons.
Yes.
Or devils, as the case may be, which I think puts it either in horny art or horny trash.
I feel like this one is a bit more horny art, personally. It's not like blatantly horny like the ones in the horny trash.
All right. Then what else? What else would you propose?
Yeah, horny art.
Great.
Indeed.
Next one.
Yeah, I need to check which one is Hentai Asmodeus.
He doesn't
What-
remember.
Yeah. Oh, I really don't remember even what specifically the gameplay was. Was it match 3? Was the Oh no, right. That game where you have like balls that you need to shoot to make the snake go shorter.
Uh-huh.
That but horny.
All right.
Trash,
Yeah.
I guess.
Trash. I'm sorry, Asmodeus.
Next,
Hi-Fi Rush.
yes, Hi-Fi Rush. So good that they got the studio
You
shut
love
it.
down.
A critically glazed game.
Yeah. The studio said we need to make more. Xbox said we need to make more games than like this, and then shut the studio down that made it.
That's so fucked up.
And it's like a rhythm-based Devil May Cry.
I almost want to make it say it says that's so fucked up, but I think it belongs in A tier more than anything.
No S tier. Oh.
Right, Hugh.
You is also like a platforming game with some puzzles, and the puzzles basically revolve about you changing color and matching the color that you need.
Chameleon, I see. That's interesting enough, I think. That's worth either a C or a B for me.
Yeah. It's short. It doesn't overstay its welcome. Doesn't insist upon itself.
It does insist upon itself. All right. C or B, call it.
I'll put it in C then.
Next one.
Next one is Isekai Quest. Also one where I need to look up how the gameplay was again. There's the common theme with
For
these
this one,
horny
I had to
games
go
where
to Google Images because I couldn't for the life of me find anything.
Yeah.
It's Steam.
Oh, it's match 3. That's the game. It's a match 3 game wrapped in
And
a lot
then
of
there's-
horny.
All right. Does it have anything else to offer?
Not really, no.
Trash.
I do have 2 friends on my Steam playlist who have played this previously.
That's good. Kickbeat.
Kickbeat, yes.
So it's
Oh.
good trash, good trash flop.
Yeah.
Delicious garbage.
Om.
Blah, blah, blah.
Kickbeat is also a rhythm game, which has some very good music that still made it into my playlist so far. But it's kung fu themed. It's like modern.
Ooh.
The setting is like very modern, and maybe also even sci-fi-ish, but it looks like modern day more. But it's really kung fu themed, so all the battles, the music is kung fu battles, which at some point you fight a helicopter as a rhythm game.
You know what? I think that puts it in S tier by default. I'm sorry.
As for helicopter,
So we have 2 Amelas,
yes.
the remake and the regular version.
Indeed.
Whatever order you want to do them in.
I'm gonna start with the original
You say
one.
what you think, then I say what I think, because I think we're both big fans of this series. Of this game.
Okay. For Colsey, do you need a bit of an explanation for this game, or?
Yes, a little bit, please.
It's an RPG, but basically the point is everybody in this world has a preset fate, and then you died, and you came back to life, and it turns out you don't have a fate anymore, and even worse, you can change the fate of everyone else around you.
By beating the shit out of them.
Yeah. The story-wise, it's like really Norwegian as lore, where you need to know like a whole lots of faction names.
It's Celtic.
Celtic, yeah. the Tuatha and stuff. So, but it
Yeah,
has
the
no.
Tuatha. I think it has a very special place in my heart again. Played shortly after I finished Fez because I saw a YouTuber that I followed at the time play it, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is some good fucking food. It is very definitely of its time, and I think it's pretty accessible for beginners. I think if you expect like a well-written George R. Martin-esque story, you're not gonna find it here. What you are gonna find is an addictive gameplay loop, and it had me hooked for a long time. The magic system is very interesting. I think it does a lot of very interesting things with the settings. The thing is, it also almost bankrupted the state of New York, which is an interesting story about that game. But you know,
I know the state of Rhode
basically,
Island.
the studio nearly went under, borrowed a lot of money from the state, and then went under anyway when the game didn't perform the way it was supposed to. And then the studio shut down.
Yeah.
A bunch of money to the state of New York, but I love the voice acting. I love the world building. I love the design. It's very like classic Todd McFarlane comic book style. It's solid. Solid beat here, I think.
Yeah. Jeff also seems to say sounds familiar. It also have a place in his heart. And then, of course,
So, Re-Reckoning.
Yeah, Re-Reckoning. You have the remake, and in my opinion, it's worse.
Why is it worse?
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, the soundtrack. Yes, right. Now I get the joke, Jeff. I forgot that the sound, my intro sound is from Amalur.
Yes.
It sounds familiar. Why is it worse? Like the base game is the same, so it was properly updated, but not specifically noticeable. But they added some DLCs at the end, and they were not good. The Fatesworn, I think it's the name, one was an interesting idea, and then it ended in a bad way. The Alien Shear one was just lame, and then they also added an arena one. So they got the opportunity to add some things, and they just ignored it. They did the most basic best thing they could.
I think that bumps it down a tier or two.
Yeah, could be worse. I mean, technically, I would place them. Did you have to? Because already 100% at the original one, and it's like.
And then you want to episode it again, and you wondered, did I have to do that?
Indeed.
All right, King's Quest.
King's Quest, also, I think even more famous as a point-and-click game than Grim Fandango, but that is the old ones. This is the new one. They made a new King's Quest, and it has homages to the old ones.
Yeah. I saw that same YouTuber play this game too. And I came away with a pretty interesting impression from it. It didn't seem to have the same moon logic that the classic King's Quest games did. What was your impression getting 100% in it?
I think 100% in it, it was just like the only downside is that it's the third episode or something. There's a diverging path kind of thing, and you have to play that twice for all the achievements. But besides that,
was more bothersome than anything else, was it?
It was bothersome, and that's it. It's not like it was not fun, but it's just bothersome.
All right.
I think that's C tier.
I think that earns its C tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings Lego.
Yes, Lego Lord of the Rings. Which is basically Lord of the Rings, the story, but everything is a bit derped up and a bit more child-friendly because it's all with Lego characters. But there you have still the very rude scene where Boromir dies by getting shot with a banana.
No! No, I'm a really big fan of the Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga game. I feel like this would be similar.
Yeah. With Lord of the Rings. And they do a good retelling, and it's funny at times.
I think I would give it a B for banana or Boromir, whatever the case may be.
Boromir got bananas. Oh, sorry, Jeff.
All right. Life is strange.
Life is strange.
No!
It's French. It's a story.
It seemed very French from what I remember of it.
It's a story about teenage angst. Technically, in its earnest form, it's a story about a girl who needs to come to terms with her life, her new life, back in the place where she grew up and left, while also challenging what comes next. It's just a girl who always doubts herself, which is very ironic because she has time travel powers. And she discovers that when her best friends get shot in a bathroom.
Okay, what do you think is the worst thing about this game?
The worst thing about this game, for a game that bragged itself about a lot of choices, the ending is just a basic Endatron 3000 of choose A or choose B. Kill or kill.
D tier.
It's not F for French.
No, it's D.
D.
D for. Dang it! You could have been something.
It's still a game that I really love, but like I love it and I critique it. Life is Strange 2. There they did something interesting where it's not you, the character, but it's your little brother that has the powers this time. So you actually rarely play around with the powers themselves. It's more like you guiding, because at the beginning you lose your only parent and it's you taking over the role as father for this boy with powers. So it's you challenging the world with your newfound sense of responsibility and shaping the future of this kid's life, how he grows up.
What's the best thing about this game?
I think the best thing is there's like a cute little kid in one of the episodes that becomes a friend for the little brother, and it has his own little game that they use as a tech demo about this kid's life, and you get to see the tragic parts of that kid's life.
Okay, what's the worst thing about this game?
You have these fun powers and you don't get to use them at all.
C tier.
And Life is Strange Before the Storm. This is
Alright, tell us about it, and then once again tell us the best and the worst thing about it.
It's the prequel of the first Life is Strange, about the best friend that gets shot. The life before that moment with and this is so in the first game she had a friend that goes missing, and in this game you get to see how that friendship came to become and what they meant to each other. The best part is you can choose, and I chose to make them bisexual. The worst part is you know where this person's gonna end up, so it can't really deliver a very packing punch in ways of ending. Also, you don't have powers.
Alright, sorry, I had to put away my cat's toy because she kept making noise. E tier.
E. Ooh.
I've decided today that I hate bisexual. Sorry, cool stuff.
Wow.
I think in how it's been received, it's interesting because I think from the 3 ones, this one has been received the worst. But I think the first one was still received better than the second one, and in this case, it's the other way around.
All right, Mafia.
Mafia. You are part of the Mafia. And
what's the best part of it?
Ooh. The best part of it is like a very cool story with a lot of interesting betrayal beats at some point. And the worst part is that stooping racing minigame, which at least in this version is easier than in the original version.
But also, weren't there like talks that this remaster is like really crappy?
I
Or
did
am I
not notice that
mistaken?
actually.
Okay.
Could be, I did not
Alright.
notice.
I think that earns its C tier, because it could be much worse. It could also be better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Max Gentleman's Sexy Business. This is like one of the first Jesse Cox games I've ever played.
Mm-hmm.
It is a executive dating sim where you have to build. It has a very cool gameplay loop of it's I want to say base building, but it's not base building, but like basically the management sim part is very cool, where hostile takeovers are literally two CEOs fighting the crap out of each other, and they did a good balance of all kinds of sexual flavors for the types. I think some of the like dating mini games are a bit not fun because there's one that's really based on RNG, and that one's not fun.
Alright, what's the best and worst thing?
The best thing is all the horny art of all the flavorful men and women involved. I think the worst thing is the people look down on this game as it's a horny game, but it's actually a quite good game that just happens to be horny.
But that has nothing to do with the game, does it?
No, I can bet. I don't have flaws for this game. I just love it.
All right, art.
This is for me. This is horny art.
Perfect.
And then the next one is Mirror, which is, in my opinion, horny trash.
Do we need to say anything more about it?
I'm just
think
double
so.
checking what the gameplay is again, and it's match 3. It's horny match 3 again.
Trash. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
A lot of the horny games on my list is horny
Mirror's
trash.
Edge.
Mirror's Edge 2. No, not 2 technically. Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Because it's a remake technically of the first one, but the story is also quite different. It starts at the same place and it deviates. It's good.
Is this one also written by Rihanna Pratchett?
I think so. I don't remember. It's cool.
Also don't
It's
know, the
very
first game
Asian
was written
coded.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
The first game was written by Rihanna Pratchett, who some people might know has also written Bioshock Infinite. She's the daughter of Sir Terry Pratchett, one of my favorite authors, and well, I hate saying this about a thing, but I wish she was her dad.
Shots fired.
Because, like, yeah, exactly. She tries to take a shot sometimes, but then it just ends up being lukewarm, neoliberal garbage.
The message is indeed a bit of a basic capitalism bad in the games, but
you know what? That's something that bumps it up a tier for me, which bumps it from D to C tier for me. But tell us a little more about it. Change my mind. What's the best and worst thing?
The best thing about... She also wrote Overlord 2. Oh, wow. Overlord 2 is so good, though. Damn. And this is probably
Overlord 2 is better than the original Overlord?
Ooh. Yes. 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 I think so.
No.
The best thing about this game is like I personally think like the gameplay of parkour is something that's not been done properly anywhere else. This is like the best game that has it. And compared to the original one, they really improved the combat. The worst part of it for me is the challenge, the timing challenges.
Alright. I'm sticking with C tier.
Ooh. And then two other trash entries, My Sexy Neighbor and My Sexy Neighbor Prologue. Prologue is basically the free demo, but it also had achievements. And it's the first 4 levels of the My Sexy Neighbor game, basically. And that game, you're basically a schmervert that has to stalk a person around their house, take pictures of her, steal things, and do all kinds of crap to her. I get that there's a neat little reveal at the end about her that I really like, but the rest of it is trash and a bit weird.
I'm not going to fight you on that.
Trash.
Papers, please.
Papers, please. This one is.
I don't think I ever heard anything bad about this game.
I think the only bad thing, no, it's not really a bad thing even. The only thing I hear is like it at the point it gets overwhelming, the amount of checks you need to do. But it's a very good one, very good story, very good gameplay. The art style is a bit 8-bit janky, but that's the only negative thing you can say about it, and doesn't really need a different art style. And it has a lot of endings. So, yeah. I don't see, at this point, I don't know who hasn't heard of Papers, Please, even.
Alright, yeah. What's the best thing about it?
The story.
Let's put an 8 here. The worst thing about it is that there's not more of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Portal 2.
Portal 2, which is the better Portal. It's just puzzling with
I
portals.
don't think I've ever even played Portal 1.
Oof. Also, there, don't know if I really think. I think the only bad thing about this game, I have to say, is that there's a sort of achievements in there that you have to play the multiplayer with someone who hasn't played the multiplayer, which is a bit annoying. The best part is the cake, of course.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think that was much they could have done to improve this game, I'll be honest.
No, it's there are like fan versions of Portal that do interesting stuff that they could have done in a future one, but at that point in time, no, I think they really made the best version of it that they could. It also has the very memorable and funny line of "This is the part where he kills you."
Yeah. S tier.
Proverbs. Proverbs is Minesweeper, but
All right.
Yeah.
Minesweeper, but you have like these little parts of the Minesweeper puzzle, and it becomes a very big painting from, I think, Van Gogh. I think the painting itself is called Proverbs.
All right.
Ja, van Bruegel. Pieter Bruegel, not Van Gogh. But it's a painting containing a lot of Dutch proverbs.
That's very cool.
If I hadn't disabled AI assistant, GLaDOS would be the voice I'd want for it. That makes sense. Yeah. I think there's not much to say about the game. It's in a sense, it's just Minesweeper.
Can't go wrong with Minesweeper. Put it in B or C tier.
B for the art. Psychonauts. You are a little psychic boy who ran away from the circus, and you need to save everybody at your Psychic Camp.
All right.
Gameplay-wise, what is that? RPG, I guess? Action-adventure RPG? Platformer.
Isn't it a platformer? Yeah.
Platformer, RPG, action-adventure. It's a bit of all of them.
Delicious. A smorgasbord.
Yes. I think the
What's the
worst
worst
part
thing
is that
about it?
there's like random story triggers with achievements related to it, where you need to be at the right place at the right moment, or it doesn't happen.
That's annoying.
The
Put
best
it in B for Rasputin.
Rasputin. He's a Rasputin. Then
Alright, Psychonauts 2.
Psychonauts 2 happens 3 days after Psychonauts 1, where the director of the Psychonauts Bureau is kidnapped, and you need to go to the Bureau and find and rescue him. And also, in the meantime, like reassemble the minds of the big four that used to be the heads of the Psychonauts. I think the worst part is you
Alright.
get bullied a lot in this game.
No!
Yeah,
Alright.
the best part is it's like it's more Psychonauts.
A little bit more Psychonauts?
Yeah.
Very good.
And it has that
Put it in
Jack
A
Black
tier.
song.
Yo. Right, Return of the Obra Dinn.
Return of the Obra Dinn is like the second game from the creator of Papers, Please. The puzzle game where you go to a boat and you have a watch that can see like the last couple of seconds from someone's life before they die. And you have to puzzle together what happens on the ship and who died in what way. The worst part of this game is that you have to do a run where you specifically do it bad for an achievement. The best part is that it's a very occulty story, and once you have figured it all together, it makes sense what happened.
You know what? I think this one belongs on tier.
It's a recommended play, by the way, but it's it's a tough puzzle game, I do have to admit.
Very good. More French games, I see.
No, not French, I think. I'm actually not sure.
No.
I'm gonna do
French.
Road 96 first, because the other one is like a prequel from it. And it's very a topical game. You are living in fascist, totally not America, where there's a big wall around the country, and a lot of kids and teenagers go missing because they are trying to escape the country. And it's very story heavy, but you always play a different person that tries to go to the border and get over the border, but the actual story happens with the people you meet along the way.
What I remember mostly about the game was that there's one song that's extremely overplayed. I think it's called Ocean Waves. It's French people trying to make a coherent argument about the current state of American politics, and it goes about as well as you think.
I think
it might have to go in F tier for French.
Personally, I
really did not care for this game when I saw it being played.
It's maybe that was back when I wasn't as radicalized that I really found it a good critique. Maybe now it's a bit more lukewarm. Mile Zero, in the first game, one of the very interesting characters that helps a lot of people get over the border is Zoe. And this is the story of her and her best friend before the original game. And how basically her life was before she became this bit of a revolutionary figure.
All right. Maybe it had a little bit more to say, which I think is worth putting it at you.
You. Okay. Then the Saints Row game. Saints Row the Third. You are the leader of a gang, but at this point the gangs have become like pop culture icons. and big companies with their own branded sports drinks and everything. And you basically get kicked off your high horse, and you end up in a new city, and you have to build up your empire again from scratch. Also has zombies and other weird shit and military intervention with VTOLs. Very GTA, but it has its own. This is really where it's no. The second one is where it starts to spin off and becomes its own thing, and here is where it starts to lose any ground of normality.
You know what? I love me some manic storytelling. Also, it's purple, which I think puts it in ST automatically.
And then Saints Row the Fourth, there it loses any sense of normality, and it completely loses the plot, where you immediately in the tutorial become the president of America because you stopped Iraq from nuking it. And like 1 year into your term, things going to shit and aliens invade. You get locked up into a simulation of the previous city, and you have to fight your way out of the simulation.
That sounds awesome. I don't know.
Yeah.
S tier.
And then you have Saints Row Get Out of Hell. In the third game, you think Get dies. In the fourth game, you discover that Get didn't die. And he's alive, and you rescue him from the simulation. And this is a spin-off where your main character gets kidnapped by the devil, and Get and another girl, Kinsey, I think, I forgot his name, go into hell to save you from the devil. Jeff already goes 3 and 4 is 11 out of 10. Get Out of Hell 7. Yeah, Get Out of Hell was very repetitive gameplay of the fourth one again. Story-wise, not that interesting because the main characters are very hyped up by the fan base, but technically not that fun. Not that they don't really have a dynamic, these two. But my favorite part of this game is where there's just a musical part that the daughter of the devil starts singing, and it's amazing.
All right. Well, I think we'll go with Jeff's judgment here and put it in the B tier.
Oof. And then 4 more Sakura games, which are also like horny trash. This is all just like big boob anime visual novels.
All right. Is there anything more to it?
Like the most of them not. The Sakura Dungeon one, there's a bit more to it. There it plays a bit. There it actually has gameplay, like a dungeon crawlery type. I think it's took a lot of inspiration from Lily Tales. This one is the one with actual gameplay that was worth it. So, of all of them, I would put this one, the dungeon one, in the horny art, and all the rest is trash.
All right. Cool, Steve.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since you offered us your thoughts.
I guess it's more in trash.
Trash.
All right. Skyrim. I think we
Skyrim.
could all say something about Skyrim.
Actually, I never played it.
What?
Yeah.
All right. Andy, you go first. Give us tell us what you think Skyrim is.
Skyrim is basically where I started in Bethesda games. It's my entry point. And it is shouting at dragons, herding cats. Never heard of it, must have been
Skyrim is the fifth mainline entry in Bethesda's long-running fantasy dungeon crawling series, The Elder Scrolls. Followed by a lot of retcons in the previous game. This game has even more retcons in the lore, which isn't even that big of a deal because if you play the Elder Scrolls, you're not playing it for the lore, let's be honest.
Yep.
The combat is very sandboxy. Once again, same as in Fallout 4, they seem to be trying to doing everything to a mediocre degree instead of doing something especially well. The characters aren't especially memorable. The story is negligible. The open world is kind of boring, but very beautiful in some places. So I have to give it some credit there. The best part I think about it is again in the DLCs, which is kind of unfortunate. But nowadays you can just get it in a bundle for like $10 anywhere. You can get it for basically any device. So the mods I've been told are really good, but I'm not a modder. But play it on your fridge. I think if you haven't played Skyrim already, skip it. Honestly, you're not missing out on much because it's like drinking flavored water. That's what this game is like when you could be, having an actual drink. Skyrim goes in D or E tier for me.
I would personally put it in a D tier. Then, like, I think Skyrim is the same in that regard as to be as Fallout 4. Like, of all the entries in the series, the story has been diluted so much it's not worth it, but the gameplay was streamlined so much that it's a good point for beginners to get into it. And I have to give it credit for that. And also, like Fallout 4, the best things happens in the DLC.
Yup. Now tell us about Stray, boy.
Stray. I think this is one where Kosti is gonna also have opinions about. You are a little orange cat, and you get lost from your group of kittens, and you end up in a world where robots are living, and you need to find your way out. The robots aren't hostile, they're just like humans, basically, but there's these little tiny blob things that are hostile and try to eat
better. You. The robots are like humans, but better.
Well,
Let's
a bit like the
here.
same, but they're not fighting wars, so. But they do have cops, and they do arrest people.
Robot crimes.
Yes.
Robot times. Where would you put it, Kosti?
I only watched people play it. I never played it myself. I guess it's better than average, at least.
It's also a French game, isn't it?
That could be, yes. Bumps it down a spot.
I'll put it in beta.
Fuck that. French.
F for French.
Next one.
Hyper Brothers. Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery. Ooh, what is this game again?
I think this might be a good contender for tier.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I might just find out what it's about.
Yeah, it's a very specific artsy thing.
So keeping going with more French games.
Tell me why. This is the game that they made before.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why. Yeah, this is the game they made before Life is Strange, by the way.
They made it beforehand.
Yeah. Apparently, it's before that. This is Life is Strange, but you're trans. Because they are twins. Right. They are twin girls, but one of the girls transitions into a boy.
Twins.
Yeah, and their superpower is that they can hear each other's minds.
Siska's not happy about that.
I hate trans people. Yeah, no. I think it's interesting. I feel like they did a little bit more than Life is Strange did. I don't want to give them extra points just because of rep, because it takes a little bit more. Put it just right next to Life is Strange at 1.
Yeah, beautiful. You hear it here. They hate trans people.
God damn it! Right, next one.
The Genesis Order. This is, basically everyone's horny for you kind of game. It has puzzles. It has a story.
Beautiful.
The story is like very occulty, and at this point, basically, there's like love potion in the water that makes everybody super horny.
That's interesting. But do you think that elevates it beyond trash?
For me, like, it's difficult because like I would put butt night higher than this. But this is longer, has more story, but yeah, the gameplay is like just a point and click adventure game with a lot of sex scenes in it.
Doesn't, like I always like to say with food that's in your fridge, if you have to debate whether it goes in the trash at this point, just put it in the trash.
Yeah, probably.
So, Campfire. The
last Campfire. This is also a very cute little puzzle game, if I'm not mistaken.
It looks very cute, yeah.
What was it about again?
Maybe a campfire.
No,
Maybe
because
the
you're a
last
little well, there were campfires in it, but you're a little ember, and you need to find other little embers and get home.
That's so fucking cute. I'm gonna die.
It's a cute
What's the
little
worst
puzzle
thing
game.
about it?
There
Don't
wasn't more of
remember.
it.
I don't remember
There wasn't
any
more
bad
of
things about it.
Okay, if the only thing bad about it is that there wasn't more of it, then I think it belongs in A tier.
Yeah.
The
What was
Mr.
this?
Rabbit Magic Show.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of these Rusty Lake games, but this is literally the free celebration of 10 years of Rusty Lake. So it's a puzzle game with very weird things in it.
Some weird shit.
Yeah, but it doesn't progress the story.
I want to play it. Put it in tier.
Okay. Yeah, I would recommend just playing the Rusty Lake games. This is fun, but it's just a free thing for the fans. This is not really progressing the story in any way.
All right, the room 1 through 4.
Yeah, all escape room puzzle games.
That's stressful.
I feel like as a team where there's like these are the kinds of games I can play with a podcast on. And meanwhile, that's why they're in there.
All right.
I think I was playing these as well when I was editing stuff.
So they're just like slop games.
You just like it because it's good.
I mean, it's like just small escape room puzzle games. They're not special. But the Room series does it well, I thought. So. It's like better than the Airborne one or Escape Simulator. It's a bit around the same for boxes for me.
That's A tier. I think that's fair.
And then
I did not hit. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Obligatory.
Stanley Parable.
I think we've all played it.
Yeah. By the way, fun fact: one of the 2 developers of this game is the brother of Duck Duck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, Stanley Parable story game, very much. Does the narrator control you or not?
I think I literally can't see anything wrong with this game.
I never played it, so I don't know.
For Coasty, it's a
I think it's S for Stanley.
S for Stanley, yeah. But for Coasty, it would be an
Is also good. I think everyone should play it if they haven't played it already.
I'll put it in because it does really interesting things. It's really play this to discover what it is.
I think the less said about the Stanley's Parable, the better.
Indeed.
Thomas Was Alone.
Thomas Was Alone is the first game I perfected. But it has been so long, so I need to double check what it was about even. It is a story
Alright.
puzzle game. But it basically puzzle game with different type of blocks through levels. But there's one of the blocks is called Thomas, and it's a story about that block.
That's good. That's good. I don't know. What's the worst thing about it?
Jeff said, by the way, about Stanley Parable top mark for emotional support bucket. That's technically not a version I've played. That's the extended
That's the
edition.
anniversary version.
Yeah, and I
which adds
haven't
a lot
played
of
that
things.
one. I've only played the original.
There's a little bit of James Stephanie Sterling in that game too, which is always fun.
I would put Thomas as alone also in personally. It is something that's like very artsy, and I know it's very interesting for people to play it.
Yes, I think we should all give it a shot. So, next one.
The Witcher Thronebreaker. This is the Gwent,
that?
but it's a campaign.
All right.
I guess.
Well, I think we all know what Gwent is about.
Yeah.
Was the story good?
I found it good, yes. Found it interesting. But I mean, I think good things about the story of the Mirror's Edge, and you think that's slop, so take that with a bit of salt. But I did like the story.
I've also been historically very harsh on Andrzej Sapkowski, so yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Where did we put Mirror's Edge?
Mirror's Edge is in. Could be worse.
I don't see it. Ah, yeah, could be
See it
worse. Yeah.
Colsty, anything else you'd like to add?
It's Witcher. I
I think
like.
you've played a lot more Gwent than me.
No, actually, I haven't played that game either.
All right. We'll leave it up to you, and here.
Let's
See
put
your-
it in B tier.
All right. The
All right.
biggest tier, that's what it'll be.
Toren. It's a game about
Darn.
power. And
Okay.
a little.
It's not available in Germany, so
No.
it's either extremely horny or has some nasty shit in it.
It's not horny at all. It is very artsy. It has a tiny girl that has to fight her way through the tower. And it is Brazilian.
Hmm.
For
Maybe we
some
just hate
reason,
Brazilians
it
over
has
here.
mixed reviews. And I don't know why. It's not great, but it's not bad. It was short. It was cool. It's not really a lot of story in it, but it was fun to play.
And it's not at all horny, you think?
It's not at all horny. Not at all.
All right. C tier. That's the definition of C tier. If it's not great, but not terrible, that's, yeah.
Fair.
All right.
Treasure of Nadia. This is like the second game, and then it comes before the Genesis order. So it's at this point also there's love potion in the water that makes everybody horny. And so
I'm afraid
a lot of
there's
women
only one place this could go.
Yeah.
with the other game.
À la poubelle.
À la poubelle.
But the one
Thanks,
fun thing
Rob.
is that here is like a treasure hunter. But that doesn't elevate it to art, though.
Unfortunate. All right, next one.
Trine. 1, 3, and 4.
Never played 2.
No, I have not 100%ed 2. 2 is the hardest one to perfect.
Damn.
And I haven't done it yet. But Trine is a puzzle game. Perfect for us, technically, because it's like 3-player co-op. You can also play it by yourself. And you have a wizard, a warrior, and a rogue. And they are all taken by the Trine, the artifact. by which they become linked. And in single player gameplay, that means that you can switch between them, and you need like one of them always at least to solve a puzzle. In multiplayer, of course, it means if the three of us were to play it, each of us would play a character.
Hmm.
What do you think, Ant? What is it worth?
I think it's a B tier, like
Like so many things.
like so many things. It's a recommend, but I would recommend playing it with other people more than playing it by yourself.
All right, put them in.
And then we have the Turnip Boy games. First one, Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. You are a little turnip and you commit tax evasion. And it's a
I haven't heard
Zelda-like
bad
game.
things about this one either.
Samesies.
It's very referencey. It's very cute. It's like it looks cute, but it's the Turnip Boy itself is a bit fucked up.
S tier. Love it. A fucked up little guy.
And then Turnip Boy Robs a
Gender
Bank
neutral.
is a sequel. There it becomes a bit more roguelike-y,
Cool stuff.
because you have like cycles of entering the bank to get to do objectives, but the rest of the gameplay is very similar to the other Turnip Boy game. So this one is a bit
Do you
more
think it's worse or
repetitive.
better?
It's a bit more repetitive.
Then put it in A tier.
And then unpacking.
All right.
This
I
is,
think it's really cute.
it
I
is very
like it.
cute. It's also very autistic, I'm not gonna lie. 'Cause the
Oh,
game,
cool. So
Even
you
though I
played
never
this one.
played it yet.
it's
Oh.
it's just about putting putting things in the right place for a person who keeps moving. So the story is a bit just seeing a person's life, and then they move through different things and they see what gets added, but what stays. You get a feeling that just by the stuff that you're unpacking, you get an idea what that person's life was like. It's very
I see.
cute, and it's very artistic because you can really go, and everything needs to be in their perfect, neat little spot.
All right.
I would give it an A for artistic.
Very good. Very good. Like so many things. Untitled Goose Game.
Untitled Goose Game. Yes, you are a
Everyone
goose.
seems to have played it, but no one seems to know what it's about.
I haven't played it.
Enlighten me. Enlighten us.
You
Enter.
are a goose, so it's a puzzle game, and the things you can mostly do is move things with your beak and honk, and you annoy a lot of people in the process to get to their stuff to go eventually grab a bell. And it ends by running back through all the levels you passed to get your bell home.
That's really good. That's really good. That ends at some points. Honk, honk. Put it either in A tier or in tier.
Put in tier. I recommend this to people as well to play. Although this one is not really a game of you have to play it to get it. All the other ones are more. The tier is more you have to play it to get it. This one,
Yeah,
isn't.
to be sure. Ubislop!
Yeah.
Let's go!
I mean, it's about the ghost. What else do you need to know? That's fair, Jeff. Watch Dogs. I did like it actually. This is like the one of two Ubisoft games that I really like. This and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Alright.
You are a hacker.
A hacker man, yeah.
And the rest of us is like Ubisoft game typical. You can do everything. Although in this game, I still feel like you're a bit more punished if you fuck up the stealth compared to other Ubisoft games or other games in the series. In this one, you feel punished if you mess up the stealth.
I think think that's what a B or a C.
Personally, I would put it in a B, but it's a Ubisoft game, so I could understand the C as well.
I mean, Ubisoft is French partially, so.
Yeah, okay, it's a C.
The Witcher 3.
Yes.
Now, this one everyone's played.
Indeed.
No, I haven't played it.
What?
What's that?
What do you? Like,
Yeah.
I swear, at this point, you only played Tropico and no other games.
Yes.
True, because you also played the 2-Point Hospital game.
Okay,
Yes.
you and me. And you go first. Tell us what you think The Witcher 3 is about.
The Witcher 3 is about finding your wife and your child again after you finally remember who they were.
The Witcher 3, according to me, is about finding out which sword is made for monsters. Sword is made, well, also for monsters. I feel like CD Projekt Red got a lot of things right in the Witcher setting. Like, I don't like everything about Andrzej Sapkowski's writing. They took everything I like about it and put it in the game. It said sometime after the end of the books,
Oh yeah, but
which I think works in its favor because it can kind of review a lot of things. It can kind of go back and put it in a different light. I think that really works in its favor. The Witcher 3 is a sprawling game. It can get really overwhelming, but once you get up past that, I think you're just in for a treat. I think there's never been a time where this game was bad.
there's some people
Compare
who
that
find
to
this
the
game
follow-up game,
bad.
compare that to the follow-up game, Cyberpunk 2077, which definitely had some times where I wouldn't recommend playing it. I think I can recommend The Witcher 3 to anyone over the age of 18.
Even above 16.
Yeah.
But
S tier, permanently.
yeah. For me, it also feels like this is the best work that they, like, comparing to all the prequel Witchers they made. This is like the best version it could be. I'm very curious if the fourth one is gonna top it somehow. Even I hope it does, but I'm not sure how.
I think we might be in for another Cyberpunk 2077.
I'm
Jeff
afraid it's
very wisely says The Witcher 3 is 300 hours. There are very few games where I can say that this game is actually worth it.
Yeah.
It's actually worth the hundreds of hours you put into it.
I mean, but this game of I played 280 hours. That's 2 playthroughs. Fallout 4 in comparison is about the same, but that's 1 playthrough, and it was a lot worse. So indeed, the 300 hours is worth
Yeah.
it.
And they came out in the same year.
You clearly see which one was the better product.
It really goes to show. Yeah.
Then the next one, You Escape Monday. This is a horny escape room game.
God, so it's stressful and horny?
Yes, trash.
All right.
And the last
Final
one, 2024 Mosaic Retrospective. It's a free little game. It's like Proverbs. It's Minesweeper, but it is major events of the year 2024 as an art piece that you assemble.
What a shit fucking year.
Yeah.
But you know what? I love me a good mosaic. Put it in the same tier as Proverbs.
Where is Proverbs? Here. That's the final B tier. Quickly double checking if I'm missing a game that we didn't discuss, but no, I think we discussed everything.
I think looking at the time,
Yeah.
I think we might have to move our Jackbox game to next week.
Yeah,
I
sorry
thought
about
the
that.
same.
Okay, no, we
that's
actually
fine, I
hit
think-
every entry. Everything was covered.
Everything was covered. Beautiful. Yeah, let's go through it one more time. Let's go through each from the bottom up.
From the bottom up, okay, the tier, the games that is
Tier.
really
This is the tier for all games that you have to play yourself. Otherwise, you're not gonna know.
Gunpoint, Return of the Obra Dinn, Sword and Sorcery, basically all Rusty Lake games, Stanley Parable, and Thomas Was Alone.
Great. Horny trash games.
But
if you want,
no.
if you're
Sorry. Go ahead.
you don't really care about anything else, this category is for you.
Yes. You have Butt Knight, Deep Space Waifu, Fake Hostel, Hentai Asmodeus, Mirror, Isekai Quest, My Sexy Neighbor, Sakura Games, and the Genesis Order, Treasure of Nadia, and You Escape Monday.
So we managed to put one single game, and fuck that. I think I could be persuaded to put Road 96 in E tier and just delete F tier.
Fair. It's such a shame because I really like Road 96, but yeah. It's not only my opinion that counts here. We'll bump it up a bit from F on
that's
French.
that's what we're going through the tier. If you want to move something now, this would be the time.
No, I like how it's like based on your opinion as well of what you know about it. Like something I love, but for other people, that's an F tier, man. It's not just about what I love.
I like to think that Scarab and Fall would be a lot further up, and maybe scroll up, and then something like The Witcher 3 would be a little further down for you, maybe.
No.
Maybe
I
I'm
think
just
like
a
the
little bit more
top
negative.
part. The top part, I agree with. It's like when it comes around the bottom, I get like a bit.
Yeah, I think I'm actually just more negative on you than you.
But yeah, the E tier has become a lot of story-based games. Well, Life is Strange, Road 96, and Airborne City, so a puzzler.
I think this category, you really have to love this kind of game, and you have to love the studio specifically to enjoy these games.
Yes.
Because if only one or neither of those are the case, you're not going to enjoy them, I think. Similar thing with where you have to be in a certain mind space to enjoy something. Like, I think a lot of these games were good when they came out, and they just aged poorly.
Or in the case of Balloons, it's just something like you have to be in a very specific mindset to play this constantly.
Yeah.
Balloons, Doors, and Escape Simulator. That's another type of these puzzler games. Fallout 4 and Skyrim, of course, if you really have like the time to kill and the brain cells to lose. Amalur Re-Reckoning, just there because of the DLC bumping it down. And the first works of Don't Know of Life is Strange, and Tell Me Why.
Yeah. So, C tier. Solid games. Just some solid games.
Potential is there. Could be better.
They went and they did the minimum amount of what they had to do to be decent games. They rarely strive to do anything more.
There's a lot of sandboxes in here, like Agents of Mayhem, Mafia, Watch Dogs, and Mirror's Edge. More story-based point and clicks like King's Quest, Life is Strange, Deponia, the typical lots of entry of puzzle games.
I think it's fair to say that with sandbox games and like puzzle games, a lot of the joy you get out of these games is the joy you put in. Like you have to be looking forward to playing these games. You have to be the kind of person to enjoy this, I guess.
Same with Helldivers, you have to enjoy the live service, or Dragon Ball, you have to enjoy Dragon Ball.
Oh. Alright, B tier. They actually went beyond the Call of Duty. They did something special along with just fulfilling their mandate. Some real recommends in here, but only for some of you. I think a lot of these aren't like universally recommendable. Like Elden Ring, I wouldn't recommend to everyone.
No, although Psychonaut is a weird entry, because that's still one that I would recommend to everyone.
You can put it up.
That's one I really recommend to everyone. But yeah, Saints Row, one specific Saints Row, Proverbs and Mosaics, Trine, Witcher, Stray. Yeah, Stray is also another recommend for everyone. Hades 2, only if you really like Hades 1, I would recommend it. But otherwise, probably go that one first. Kingdoms of
Yeah.
Amalur, if you like, and Darksiders 1 and 2, if you really like sandboxes. These are like the more interesting ones.
If you like the old school God of War games, maybe these
Yeah.
are very similar to that. All right, A tier. Universal recommendations, I think it's fair to say with these.
Then I'm probably
These
just
are
gonna
like-
bump down Dragon Ball Z Kakarot 1, if that's universal recommendations.
Yeah. B tier growing ever bigger.
No, they
A-tier-
switched the spot, it's fine. They
A tier is universal recommendations. If you love games and you want to try something new that you maybe haven't played before, these are always worth your time.
Indeed.
With SD, I'd say these are mandatory games. You should be playing these games. You should have played these games already. If you don't like these games, there's something wrong with you.
Yes, finally, but revenge for Bayonetta. If you haven't played it, what is wrong with you?
And finally, a very specific tier, horny art. If you are horny, but you also want to like improve as a person, you want a game to move you and change you and like change your life. These are the games you would like to play.
These are the games that I would recommend to show that adult games are actually good games.
Very good. Also, do you have anything to add?
No, nothing.
You sound sleepy.
Right.
Yes, I am.
Yes. It's a Monday night. Great. What did we learn today?
That for some reason I've played more puzzle games than I thought. Even though I'm bad at them.
That was one of the main things I noticed when I put this tier list together. I was like, gosh. Antia is like a grandma with a Sudoku book.
Yeah, I really am.
I'm like a keyboard gremlin who likes to play ancient BioWare games, and will be happy like replaying Dragon Age Origins for the not Antia. I think it's beautiful. I think it makes me appreciate you as a person and a gamer a little bit more. What I learned today also is that I should really be playing Bayonetta, Citizen Sleeper, Dispatch, and I should probably give Saints Row a try. Yeah.
And don't forget Divide by Sheep.
And Divide by Sheep. S for sheep. Great, everyone. Thank you for participating in this. Thank you for making my birthday a little bit more fun. And time to go.
Yes, let's go to Sloop.
Let's go to Sloop. Good night.
I will play a little bit more.